I was of the impression that when Mr. Miller was authorized as alternate CEO, it was to handle permits and the like in the office, and then you've just exceeded the bounds there from when you originally authorized that.
Really?
I believe so.
Yeah.
You're asking for a report.
Yeah. I'm sorry, why, exceeding bounds, how is
That was
the
for
CEO report
it wasn't
a violation of anything?
Okay, so where do we stand with this? How long is this going to go?
I don't know. I asked for a report. There isn't one, so we're moving on.
Well, he's under privileged report.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's just I just kind of am incredulous over this whole affair. The two of you that have basically stonewalled us the whole time, recused yourself from the meeting, and now you're pushing this part off. And, I mean, how long does it take to get a report? I mean, we're 15, 16 months right now. I mean, this is a process.
Can we have a report at the next meeting, do you think, Brian?
I'll give you a written report at the next.
Thank you. That's the answer to the question.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to issue, Art?
Yes, I'd like to make a Robert Dowling, Orchard Avenue, Woodbury. I'd like to make a request that the meeting minutes of October 11th be modified to take into consideration Deb Stevenson's statements relative to the sign regulations.
Thank you. I have asked that to be done. It's being done. It's a question of reviewing tapes, Art, and it's a long process.
Do you have a copy of that?
I would like to address that, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah.
First of all, it's very clear in the state statutes what the duty is of the clerks that take the minutes of this meeting. It's very specific that their duty is to make a document of what the actions, the motions, who made them, and as such, and a general description of what the general topic is. It is not a court proceeding where it has to be done verbatim. There is a tape, however, in your request of staff to sit and listen and trying to decipher what was being said. I would ask, in all due respect, that anybody that wants that is to please feel free to listen to the minutes and make a written request of the commission, and if the commission feels that they need to sit and listen to the minutes, that they can do so, but I would ask you not to impose on our staff the timely and the cost of sitting trying to listen to the actual verbatim of minutes and make amendments. I think that can be done as a request from a member of the audience, and it can be done as the board if they deem it necessary to become part of those minutes.
Respectfully, I disagree.
Okay.
Because in the past, Mr. Overton asked me to bring someone here to defend my position
Yeah.
that this regulation is unconstitutional.
And
Mr. Overton left the meeting, so he was not here to hear that, okay? The lawyer friend of mine came, made the statement specifically so that it would go in the record, and in this case, since it was requested by the chairman, and we have agreed to put it in, I respectfully disagree with you, Mr.
okay,
Selectman.
and all I'm saying is the legal requirement is to make mention of that woman that came in and made her comment. If it's deemed necessary, and if the commission feels it's appropriate to make an amendment and add that in there, I would ask that the board and commission themselves bring the tape in, listen to the tape either on their own or at their meeting, and determine what part, if any, comments that need to be put in there, and not ask the staff or the clerk to sit and transpose that and try to decipher what it is you want in the board to put in.
May I speak? Is it appropriate, I'm going to ask the commission, I have the time to do this. Is it appropriate if I listen to the CD?
Sure.
I'll get a copy of it. We had already agreed, I believe at the last meeting, it's been agreed to that...
Yeah, I've agreed that
okay.
It's a very reasonable request.
Mr. Stomski, Mr. McNally, is it okay if I sit down and listen to it and put something together and bring it in front of the commission?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Mr. McNally, is that okay for you? Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else wish to...
Thank you.
Thank you. Chair.
Can I ask to have my name spelled correctly?
You can always ask.
Okay. I have
Can you spell it, Mr. Schneider?
It's S-N-I-D-E-R, not a Y. I have a question on procedure that just happened. when you voted down the changes, it seems like you're reinventing the wheel again, you're starting all over. I understand the conflict of the political signs, but I don't understand the purpose of rejecting everything, because if the aquifer protection law was statutorily required and you followed that, why throw that out? Why not just allow it to have continued discussion among all of you of where these changes have been made and whether or not they should be modified in any way, even if it's taking rid of the political sign thing. It seems like you're starting all over again. It seems like a tremendous waste of time.
It's too late at this point.
Okay.
Thank you. Anybody else? Larry? And then Bill.
Oh, come on. Then are we required to read? The changes that I suggested were members of the public's names were spelled wrong.
Okay.
Mr. Schneider, Ms. Sandulli, Mr. Atkin. The only other item I had noticed of any prominence was the town regulation for political signs is my understanding is it's 7.5.10.I.
Right.
Is that the correct? There was a couple periods missing between the 0 and the I.
Okay.
I would call those grammatical. I don't think I had anything else, but it's all highlighted in there.
Thank you very much. Any other comments on the minutes as mailed and amended? I'll call the question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, moved. Correspondence. In the correspondence file, we have a report.
Mr. Chairman, as a point of order, as an ex officio, in regards to the election of officers, Section 306 of the Woodbury Charter, terms of elected officials, members, and boards and commissions, the last sentence reads, each board or commission shall, at its first meeting each year, elect a chairman and any other offices it requires. So in accordance to the Woodbury Charter, Section 306.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have a report on Pete's Trucking relative to the amount of material removed from parcels A and B. Anybody want to see the report? Just a series of numbers from Pete's Trucking.
What are we going to do about what was just said? In violation of our own charter.
Thank you.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Thank you.
No, you're not chairing the meeting.
I'm not trying to chair the meeting. You're just violating our own charter. I mean, you don't
Thank
just get to make up the rules.
We voted to defer it for a meeting. To a meeting in the February meeting. That's what we did.
Would the full members wish to make a motion to change what we just
I'm
did?
sorry,
so we don't
if you want
violate
to do
our
that
rules?
through the chair, you're welcome to do it through the chair. But the action has been taken. I have a memorandum from Parks and Rec, Jennifer Miller. Event permits for 2012. She asked that the zoning commission review the following schedule. Memorial Day Parade, Sunday, May 27th. Fireworks at Carnival Hollow Park, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday. I don't know, it says Saturday, Sunday the 2nd. One of those is the 2nd. Egg hunt, Saturday, March 31st, and tree lighting, North Green. These are town-sponsored events, and we are notified on an annual basis by the town of what these annual events are going to be. In the past, I've asked commissioners to refer any questions, I think, directly to the department head or through the first selectman, but we do not require them to come through the public hearing process. Next item on the agenda
Mr. Chairman, if I may again, not to interrupt you, but I would ask in light of the fact that we just brought the information forward in regards to the charter and the election of boards and commissions, I would ask the chair to poll the members of the board and commission what their desire is, whether to continue the continuance of the elections of officers to your February meeting, or in light of the language in the Woodbury Charter, whether or not they want to continue and held those elections tonight in accordance to the charter, if you may.
I think I already asked the commission to vote on referring that for one meeting, Jerry.
I understand that, but that was before I brought it to the attention. I'd just like to know if the members wish to do something different in light of the fact that
Thank
this
you.
has been brought up.
Thank you very much.
Okay.